that they should give a VFC something to play for.
Of course, Vandrezzer FC once again, Obina Akuche nearly being caught out there on his goal line. It was a little scramble, but of course he has the ball back in control. Now VFC trying to build, of course, there from that left-hand flank, but being caught out there. Of course, the man Gideon Monday, the man in jersey number 7, trying to make his statement. He did dazzle in the last game for Vandrezzer FC. And I think they'll have another statement to make. Throwing now for the Lions of Nigeria. They're coming again from that flank. Here's the man in jersey number 10, Xavier Isaac. That should be a corner kick or throw into the home side for Vandrezzer FC.
So far for Vandrezzer FC, I think they're coming in, playing from at home and trying to build something. There's a whole lot to say right in this game.
True.
And hopefully they can stay the ball off danger, and they've had so many issues when it comes to the defensive part of the game. They've conceded in almost every single game that they've played in preseason, and that's something to worry about. So I think in this particular game they need to work on their defensive attributes, and also the goalkeeping department has been doing some blunders in the last few games. We saw Suleiman some games ago, like for example against the Ibom Youth, and also for the Dakar game, he wasn't really impressive. He conceded some goals and also made blunders, and also the game against Signation FC here and also Rovers here, we saw Obina Akuche standing in goal and also made a blunder. So there's a whole lot to play for and work on defensively for them.
Samuel Edo's through. Of course, once again, Vandrezzer FC. Opera Ibrahim not playing today. Owolabi Ibrahim, of course, in the lineup, just number 15. He plays today in the back four for Vandrezzer FC. A couple of moments there, a throw was sent in, and Samuel Edo, of course, he was the last person who assisted a Vandrezzer goal in the NNL. That was a goal for Xavier Isaac today, trying to, recreate that same moment again. But we see what they have now. It's Giant Billers who are trying to steady the ship. They've looked quite shaky in the first half here. The goalkeeper sends the ball, of course, to his left back, Yusuf. And now Giant Billers on the wings again. The man in jersey number 28 trying to make life a little bit harder. Tohib Omoyoyi. And now VFC going forward. Lekan Abdul Salam tries to play that ball, of course, to the front man. And now VFC, I think that should have done better there. But, of course, Samuel Edo out of nowhere comes into the fray. And Giant Billers will, of course, Fawaz there trying to make a menace. But Billers will try and clear now and turn the defensive play into offensive play. But shaky moments there for Billers at the back, and Vandrezzer should have capitalized on that.
Yeah, these are moments that Vandrezzer FC are actually known for to work on, waking up in that deepest of moments when the opponent is actually sleeping. There's surprises, and yeah, it's also confused for Waz and someone because actually they have the same hairdo. It's all blonde. But yeah, it's good to see that Vandrezzer is actually coming out. After the very early scare from
play back into defensive play, and here actually is Samuel Edo turns around of the man on jersey number 44 for the visiting team today. Itodo goes forward now. Here come the Lions of Nigeria trying to build from the left-hand side. Gideon Monday called into action. They've lost possession. Now Giant Billers. Can they steady the ship for themselves as well? It's actually won back, but Obi Sesson for Vandrezzer FC. Biller have won it again. Giant Billers again. Of course, touch and go. They are making it look as if they own this pitch, making it look as if they own the stadium. Trying to switch possession into midfield for Giant Billers. And this is actually a very good way to steady the VFC throw them today.
Yeah, I think we are to see that, so that they have an answer for everything that VFC gets to see. But so far so good. Vandrezzer FC actually placed their stand here, and it's their home, the home for Vandrezzer FC, the Lions, then as I like to call it. So far they are balanced, they are composed too. I think playing together for the last couple of games, 6 games so far together, it does a whole lot for them. So I think going forward, we are yet to see what will happen in case of 90 minutes.
And this is Giant Billers now trying to conjure up something, of course, from the right-hand side, but the ball goes to the head of the man in jersey number 15. Of course, Owolabi Ibrahim makes a very, very good clearance there for the Lions of Nigeria. Now a throw into Giant Billers. They've taken it back now. The man in jersey number 37 is becoming a menace. Of course, Pascal is once again called into action. Now the man in jersey number 21, Collins, being called into action, sends the ball back to a teammate. Giant Billers taking control of this game so far. Now Uwem Charles get the ball back Sends it, of course, to the man in jersey number 11, Leka Abdul Salam. It's a tussle in midfield for Vandrezzer and Giant Billis. I think a whistle should go, and the whistle does go, not to the advantage of the home crowd. Silver Isaac gives away a foul, and Giant Billis have a chance to build from the midfield once again.
I think that was actually a foul, was giving of a foul there. But actually, I like the tussle in the midfield, the composition, to try to shield anything that comes out of it. It's something that is interesting to watch. And if they can maintain this tempo going forward for the whole 45 minutes, I think they will be tough to beat. They would be very thick and tough to beat here at home, Vandrezzer FC, or even concede there. If you find difficult for them to concede, but also they should also be try to be apt going defensively.
Here they come again, the Lions of Nigeria trying to roar from the attacking line, and that was not very good pass from the man who was going forward there, Lekon Abdul Salam. But of course they'll look to build from the back. And one thing I've really noticed about Vandrezzer FC is the fact that they've always been ready to press. And look at Samuel Edowo pressing all the way from the defense line. The captain armband now very, very, very distinguishable from the man Fawaz. You can see from the line, from the red line, the thing he ties on his arm there, the armband, will be something used to identify him from the other blondie today, Fawaz. And I think, once again, pressing for Vandrezzer FC. This should be a good thing going forward to win the possession back, don't you think, Bob?
Yeah, I think it's actually a very good thing, winning position, but which is a thing that the Umbrellas are doing not quite well, but they're not doing badly. And also for Vandrezzer FC, good interception from all-round play from the midfield players of Vandrezzer FC, and also from the Umbrellas. I can't take it away from them. But it's so fun and even contest, and we are yet to see anything that would arouse us from wherever we are.
Ball sent through from the midfield now, looking for the run of a teammate, but of course Okuchi Obina gets that one under control. Vandrezzer FC nearly cut out there at the back. Giant Billis making it look very, very certain that they're not here to rest and try to play defensive football. Never mind the fact that they have lost some of their key players in the past, but now Xavier Isaac, the man in control, that flag stays down. Lekon Abdul Salam can't shoot from there, but the block comes in from the defender, of course, from Giant Billis. And Vandrezzer FC have the ball back now. Gideon, of course, on Monday, but not very comfortable. The ball just got out for a throw away for Giant Billis. But if you sleep at the defense, of course, Vandrezzer FC will punish you very, very, very heavily. That was another chance for Vandrezzer FC. They should start burying this in the back of the net if they want to score a goal.
Yeah, you can have Lekon Abdul Salam, the joint top scorer in the club. You can have him looking around your defensive area and not worry what will happen next. And he's very lethal. He's someone that you must always watch out for, because he has the skill, he has the flair to always create something out of almost nothing. So having him up front is a plus for Vandrezzer FC. And if he can get his mojo today, he will add to his 10 goals already for the club.
Brillis knocking around now, their own half, and a line of Vandrezzer FC's half. The ball now sent to Pascal, brings it down, sends it back to the defender, and now trying to build possession, build and accumulate, of course, offensive play with authority. Going through the midfield now. Here comes Collins, looking to find a teammate, finds his teammate. The left back puts the ball forward. Can they conjure up something yet? Brillis in the penalty area. Some of those thoughts just takes it off the attacker's legs, and brilliant play. Now launches it forward, trying to create something from out of nothing here. Will this be a very nervous moment for the goalkeeper? The ball is sent. It's a handball.
That's actually a foul there on the goalkeeper. The linesman deemed the foul on the keeper. But I think I do think differently though. The linesman, the linesman saw it better from his own angle.
Yeah, but the foul is being blown to the advantage of Vandrezzer FC. The foul now is being given to VFC. This is a free kick. This is a free kick because I think the goalkeeper does too much. He's trying to guard the ball as a defender, but he forgets how to do it because obviously he's not a defender, and that's what you have now. Samuel Edo, opportunity for the set piece. But he will leave that down to a teammate, and judging by what we're seeing, it's going to be the man Oloye Felix who takes this one from the right-hand side of the pitch, looking to swing this one in. Ball sent into the back of the post, and it's so close for the opener from the man Obi Sesson. Jersey number 8, and VFC once again close to opening this one for the evening. I think it's the third shot. Not on target yet, but that was so close for the Lions of Nigeria. One more like this, and we should be talking about the opening goal.
Yeah, obviously, for the past couple of games, we've seen spot kicks and dead balls, being converted to goals. So Vandrezzer FC are actually so well. They are playing so well. They do so well with dead balls. So it's something that they should. The Brilla side should be wary of. They should look out for, because when it comes to dead balls, Vandrezzer FC are so good at it, and it's a plus to the team to beautiful interplay there.
Released there, but of course offside on Gideon Monday. We talked about him playing on a Sunday the other time, and it didn't go to his advantage, and now being caught offside on a Sunday. It's terrible, terrible times for him. I don't know if it's possible, but what do you think as a footballer? He'd want to change his name from Monday to Sunday because they play on Sunday much more than Mondays, if there's anything to consider. Because I've not really seen him sparkle on Sunday so far, but I know he's been a good player when the regular season comes scoring for Vandrezzer FC. Yet to get onto the mark of 15 appearances for Gideon Monday. But it's, of course, friendly, it's time to learn one or two things.
I think if you want to talk about consistency for the Vandrezzer FC side, I can mention like 3 good players that have been consistent over the last in a couple of months, and that has to be Xavier Isaac on the ball currently. We have Lekan Abdul Salam and Gideon Monday. These are 3 good players that are always on the ball, and that's the man, Gideon Monday.
Yeah, released now on the flanks. Oh my God! Of all the things that could happen to an attacking player at that moment, Gideon Monday just sends. I think that's actually a free kick or whatever the referee does. I think he hurt himself there. He hurt himself.
It's not a free kick. He was on the ball solely on his own. I think a little bit a touch from his legs.
I think the freedom just gave him goosebumps. I don't know. Maybe the professionalism doesn't really show yet. But of course, he's a good player anytime, any day. But just not the time. This is Gideon Monday once again. I think we should talk about that name change. We should start talking about this.
Why are you so particular about the name change? I think there is a whole lot to consider, and the name change is like the list of things to consider right here. But Gideon Monday is an exceptional player. You can't have him on the wings running at you. It causes stir. You know, he's one threat.
Now, Brilles trying to, of course, create their own attacking player. And one thing to notice is that the attacking player does not go on his own heels this time around. He still stays on his feet and is going. Now they're trying to build from the midfield. Brilles, they've been doing so in this game. The ball is being won back now. Charles trying to get possession back for Vandrezzer. The foul is being called there. And once again, Giant Brilles making themselves known. And the fans have come out to anticipate this game and appreciate the crowd. Vandrezzer FC, they are out in their numbers, just like the last game here we had on Sunday in that 1-0 draw against Rovers FC. And now Vandrezzer FC in the defense. Of course, it's Fawaz who gets the ball. Now they're going to try and build from the midfield. Obisoson now, Charles going forward. Charles picks up a teammate. The flag stays down. The man in the goalkeeping position for the visitors who claim that ball. Yusuf, the ball is at his feet or now at his hands, and he will send that back into play at a matter of minutes. Now Vandrezzer FC with a chance to go for the opener, but so close, so close. The ball goes out, hits the outside of the goalpost, and they should have gone ahead now. Vandrezzer FC, defensive miscommunication now for the visitors, and that's something that we're probably going to see very usually in this game. Now Xavier is going to get the corner kick that is themed by the of course officiating team for today. A corner for Vandrezzer should be the second of the game or the first of the game, but important, it's been swung in now and it's been cleared closely off the line for Vandrezzer FC, and they should be having themselves a big chance if they have this opportunity one more time. But they should convert. They should start converting today. Charles, of course, not starting the game today. Here's sees Lookman in the box trying to get this one into the back of the net, but Brilles will play calmly out of the box now than expected, and they're trying to beat up from nothing. That should be a foul, but the referee says play on. Now Fawaz wins the ball back, but now finally a foul is being called on the Lions of Niger, and that was the cramp, but that was stepping on the leg of the Giant Brilles player there, and the referee does give a set piece now to Brilles FC to try and build from the back one more time.
You're looking at Vandrezzer FC over the last couple of games, 6 games to precise, since the appointment of Coach Nambele, to this Vandrezzer FC side. They have been so far, not really exciting to watch, but something that you're actually building from the scratch. There's a whole lot to learn. There's a whole lot to unlearn, and a coach with his pedigree coming all the way from Europe, to deal with these boys. They've played 6 games and they've won just 1, drawing 4 and losing just 1. So this is actually a game that they should come in here to go for the win, and it should be their very first win here at the AK Township Stadium. I mean Vandrezzer FC, and we are expecting to see that particular win there for Vandrezzer FC.
18 minutes on the clock now for Vandrezzer trying to go forward. The pass being intercepted by the Giant Brilles wall, and now the visitors will try and build up from nothing, almost in particular. Godfrey on the left, totally free but not being noticed. Another foul being given away by the Lions, And this time around is the man just number 22, Oloye Felix, who goes ahead to win this or to give away the foul for Vandrezzer FC. The Lions are certainly looking aggressive going forward, but for Giant Brilliers, certainly will be a team to look forward to. Their team in form. Just one loss in their 5 games in the NNL before we went on the end of the season, and that loss was to Ocean United. They had a couple of wins and draws in that encounter in those 5 games before the season ended, and it will start again in March. But now face the team from Vandrezzer FC in the name of the Lions of Nigeria. A good pass, of course, there from Fawaz. Vandrezzer can't really pick out a teammate there, but that was a fantastic pass trying to find a teammate. Of course, Vandrezzer FC, 2 losses in the last 5 games in the NNL before this break, of course, still occur, and they're still yet to find more than 1 win in the preseason fixture. So this should be a fixture that Vandrezzer try to make something out of much more than often.
You know, you talk about the fixture that VFC has to make something out of it. They face themselves off prior to this particular game. 4 games, and it's been Vandrezzer FC all along. 10 goals scored in between. It's always Vandrezzer FC. They've made two seasons right now, home and away. In both occasions, Vandrezzer FC in their very last game, edged them 2-0. And previously, it's a 1-1 draw at Enugu. And going back to 2 seasons ago, so Vandrezzer going all the way to Enugu to trash them 3-2. And at their home in Lagos, they defeated Brilliers 3-2. So it's been Vandrezzer FC all the way in this particular fixture.
Of course. 14 goals scored in this fixture overall. 3-2, 3-2, 2-0, 1-1. As it stands, Vandrezzer, as we've already talked about, still unbeaten in this fixture. And Giant Brilliers would probably want to end that streak for the home team today as they try and build up from the back now. No error yet. The man in jersey number 17 for the visitors, making himself known, Divine Ukadike. Now the ball is gone out for a Vandrezzer FC throw-in. It's Samuel Edo who identifies his man, of course, in that opposition box. Will try and swing one in now for Xavier Isaac, who was very, very high up the pitch, of course, as a man in jersey number 10, as he should be. Now Vandrezzer FC will try and build, of course, from the defense. Jersey number 6 for the Lions of Nigeria, the man known as the team of Vandrezzer FC. Once again, trying to steady the ship. Once again, Olabi Ibrahim with the ball forward now. Still on the ball, the man in jersey number 15 takes his time to turn. Obi Sesson, the man in jersey number 8. Edo called into action, but cannot win that ball off the man in jersey number 37 for Giant Brilliers. Ekene sends the ball forward to a teammate, but can't find him out now. Going for the cross pass is actually nice to find a teammate, but that should be a corner now considered by Vandrezzer FC. And beautiful work from Gideon Monday. At least he has the defensive boots actually for the game today. Going forward, maybe a thing or two, but his defensive boots are actually laced on quite properly than we expected.
I think in all the games that the VFC have played, it's always been him, being one of the most hardworking players on the pitch, because he goes all out and comes back up, trying to attack and also help in the defense. So I'm not surprised to see what he just did there, to steady the shift of Vandrezzer FC.
The corner swung in now for Giant Brilliers. A tall and lonely header, but not convinced and not converted to a goal there. VFC now will probably build up from the back as they try to do. A foul should be won here, but of course, conquering spirit of Lekan Abdul Salam didn't even see his own teammate there, Olabi Ibrahim, to leave. Of course, wins the ball back and also wins the foul for Vandrezzer FC. Another set piece opportunity now for the Lions of Nigeria to build forward going. It's 22 minutes of play here at the Cape Township Stadium here in Vandrezzer FC's second preseason friendly in just a matter of 2 weeks.
I think this is actually their third preseason friendly here. They played the first one against Financial FC and also against
in a matter of 2 weeks.
In a matter of 2 weeks here, and they also have another one here to play against this Giant Brilliers side. And Giant Brilliers side, in the last 20 minutes, I gave them a tough nut. They've been a tough nut to crack. And let's see how Vandrezzer FC can actually do that.
Yes, Fawaz Otun probably thinking of a cross into the box. Now sends the ball backward. It's a ball for Lookman. Oh, so close. So close for the opener for Vandrezzer FC. Bodies on the line for Giant Brilliers, and they are now playing like giants that they are in the defense. Now they will swing defense into attack, going from the back. It's now the man just number 44 going for Giant Brilliers. Sent it back to him. A fantastic opportunity, but cannot beat Obina Kuche from there. But Vandrezzer FC one more time. Nearly had it. Itodo trying to punish them for their mistakes, but they can score more if they take their chances. Samuel Ador now, the man in jersey number 12, the captain, They can't make something happen here for Vandrezzer FC. Nearly lost the ball. They picked it up back again. That should be a foul, of course. The referee notices that and acknowledges it's a foul on, of course, the deputy gives away a foul. The man in jersey number 37 for the Giant Brillas team. Pascal, also known as deputy, but Wallaby, very physical there. And once again, VFC missed a glorious chance in that game.
And talking about the glorious chance there, I think it was the man Pascal Onwanigini that was actually at the solo action there when he cleared that ball over Lukman Aziz, and also he's been heavily involved in action today, working tirelessly, to keep the Lions at bay. And it's good to see that the VFC side are coming all out to attack, coming all out to inflict injury and pain. But also for the Brillas FC, it's good to keep their composure and hopefully that he's not injured on the floor there. I mean Pascal, because he's actually been tended to by the medics.
There's one thing to notice that I've not really noticed about these teams from the east of Nigeria. They actually do tend to being addressed in red. They dress in red a lot. Enugu Rangers, Hardline International, Abia Warriors also have a tint of red in their jersey. I think the only team that doesn't have a red in their jersey is Eyimba FC, playing in the top flight of Nigerian Football League. I think Ifeanyiba as well don't have a red in their jersey. Well, of course, it's a traditional color for teams from that part of the country. Yeah, they have attributed so many to the color.
Yeah, it's just like we have in Akwa Ibom. Say we have the orange, which is one of the popular colors, except the FC1 Rocket that don't don the orange color. Almost every professional football team here in Akwa Ibom State, they all don the orange. Vandrezzer FC have orange. We have Dakada FC with an orange thing. Akwa United, they all have these orange things. So I think the same thing goes for teams from different zones and different states and geopolitical zones of the country. But I think the color combination, the whole color thing, means a whole lot for them, and it's significant.
When you're talking about Vandrezzer FC being a team that acknowledges the orange color as well, I think it's quite impressive. Of course, here Vandrezzer FC come again. Lookman wins the ball back, sends it to a teammate. Obisoson finds a pass on the left-hand side, and now it will be Vandrezzer trying to build. It's a little craftiness today from the Lions, but they can't capitalize. Fawaz to now picks in midfield. Will he go for a shot? Doesn't go for a shot. Samuel Doe doesn't make the run as expected. Now they'll try and build up from the back, and of course, Gideon Monday wins the foul, now slowly getting the advantage that his name doesn't imply going forward. Gideon Monday solid defensively, and now looking to be very, very good when he goes on the attack. Gideon Monday, as he has been very, very often in his Vandrezzer FC career.
Yeah, Gideon Monday has always been, alive when it comes to playing for Vandrezzer FC. I've never seen a player that is so dedicated to the cause, that is always so hardworking. Yes, we can name a couple of them here in this Vandrezzer FC team that are so dedicated to the cause. They are always there to make sure that they put their body on the line, and they're always very active. So Gideon Monday is a player.
Corner.
Good corner there.
You have to emphasize whenever you see Xavier Isaac on the ball, because he is someone who is very capable of doing this. He did that 40 yards out against Adoration FC. That was last season in the NNL. 40 yards out against Adoration FC, and then did something similar, but not 40 yards out against Campus FC. And back then, we knew him to be one of the most courageous midfielders in the NNL. I beg your pardon, the man jersey number 10, Xavier Isaac, known to do outrageous things. Now to take charge of this corner for Vandrezzer FC, swung in, and nearly a chance to be converted, of course, for the Lions. Goes up there, Obi Sesson couldn't win it as well, and now they have another chance. Vandrezzer FC left alone, flag stays down. What can they conjure up here? But they've missed a chance as well. Assistant referee picks out the man.
That's Gideon Monday, right? That's Gideon Monday. We've been talking about him all along, and that was a chance. I think he was at the wrong place. It was at the wrong place and at the wrong time too. I think that would have gone in for something.
I think we should say right place, wrong time. Because
okay, yes, actually right place, wrong time. No, when I said the wrong place, because he was behind the defenders. So it was the wrong place at the wrong time. Not the best of times, so because he would have done better there. But that was a chance, a beautiful chance there, created from that corner kick. And I think there is a whole lot to play for in this first half. Vandrezzer FC, they were actually mounting pressure on the Brillas side. The Brillas have a whole lot of thinking and going back to the box to make sure that they tick all the boxes that they're not doing so well to come out and correct themselves when they have a chance to.
Speaking of offensive play, it has been Basi Odion, who, as a central defender, has been much more in the opposition box and corner, of course, for Vandrezzer FC. Maybe that will be a tactics. Probably they're playing a back three. Maybe he has been beckoned upon to go forward more often. Basi Odion on your screen right there once again wins the foul, looking very energetic in his opening exchanges for Vandrezzer FC. He wins that foul off off the box for Somtochukwu Abraham, off of the legs of Somtochukwu Abraham for Giant Billers. Now, of course, they will be trying to send that ball back into the opposition box for Vandrezzer once again.
Gideon Monday.
Now, dazzling feet once again, Gideon Monday. This has to be a goal for Gideon Monday. He does not score. Unbelievable, Gideon Monday. Goes past 1, 2, and 3 players for Vandrezzer FC, breezing through the defense just like wind in between leaves, and the finish is the only thing he had to be talking about there. Gideon Monday on a Sunday. This man, I have to beg him, of course, to continue with the name, because this has to be a fantastic name for anyone. We talked about Sunday on Monday on a Sunday, but he's making this look like Sunday on a Sunday. Gideon Monday, this has to be a dazzling player to look forward to for Vandrezzer FC.
Yeah, we talked about building from the back, and also Vandrezzer FC maintaining composure. That's what we saw. The composure. The all should pass to pass the ball all the way from the midfield down to the attack. And I like the coordination between the team to actually release Gideon Monday that was found lurking around that front end. And I think if they should do more of this, there's a high chance that they will have a goal coming in. And also going forward, they should also try add to add a little bit of precision into their game, which should give them that goal that we are looking for.
Samuel Edo, turn. Fantastic winger, 28 appearances for the club. You talked about consistency, and he has been one of the most ever-present members in this Vandrezzer FC team. Xavier Isaac, now the ball has been won back, but of course it's a foul. And the assistant referee on this right-hand side of the pitch have been very, very busy this afternoon. Couple of calls here and there. Now Reynard, of course, has been called back into action, of course, for Vandrezzer, for Giant Billers, and this has to be a big, big moment.
Big moments for Vandrezzer FC, big moments for Brailers. It's so far been entertaining, and with Vandrezzer FC having the lion's share of position and attacks too, it's beautiful to watch. To see Vandrezzer FC, at their home, being supported by the home crowds, doing so well, to put smiles on the home fans too. And I think what can actually get people off their seats is scoring a goal, and I think that has been a little bit of a difficulty for Vandrezzer FC in the last couple of games. They are not much of the scorers, but I think with time and with experience, they will do more and more of that. It's 30 minutes gone already. 2 games ago, we saw goals already coming in the first 20 minutes. So hopefully we'll see goals coming in as the game proceeds.
Giant Billers now trying to prioritize their attacking chances from the right hand side of the pitch on offensive play. For Vandrezzer, ball now lofted in. Can they win the ball back now, Giant Billers? They have that now. Ball sent to a deputy. Can he swing that crossing? But Samuel Edo was there to provide that block. Of course, the ball is not out of play yet, but he thinks that ball will be a goal kick, and yes, as right as ever he could be. The captain, very, very sure the ball has been sent out now for a goal kick for Vandrezzer FC, and now Samuel Edo with the ball again. Sends it forward. He can't find Lekan Abdul Salam. Has been very, very present in that forward line for Vandrezzer FC this afternoon, but not being given space by the Giant Billers players. Of course, they know his potentials, they know his qualities, and they know that giving space to anyone named Lekan Abdul Salam can be very, very dangerous, and they have made sure that they tick all their boxes when it comes to winning aerial duels with the forward man today.
I don't think I really wonder how long they would keep on keeping it under their sleeves, because he's one tricky player that he can always come up when you're expecting. So if you want to keep Lekan Abdul Salam quiet, you should be attentive throughout the whole of 90 minutes, as long as he's on the pitch doing what he knows best.
Collins nearly won it, but now the ball's being shot by Itodo, the Manchester number 44 for, of course, Giant Billers, but that was a very tame one and being taken easily by Obina Okuche, of course, for Vandrezzer FC. Now Owolabi trying to push. He wins another foul today for the Lions of Niger. Both centre-backs very, very visible, very, very vibrant in the game going forward for the Lions. Somtochukwu, of course, the Abraham, the man, just number 16, being highlighted for the cameras. Very dazzling players for, of course, Giant Billers going forward today. And now the home team are trying to build from the back. Here comes Obi Sesson, nearly picked out the run of his teammate there, Samuel Edo, who is very, very vocal when it comes to making forward runs. I think going forward, I don't know, maybe it's just a recommendation, but Samuel Eto'o should be converted to a winger because he's a very adventurous player and a very physical player as well.
Yeah, we talk about defenders that are more like wingers. It brings me back to players like Trent Alexander-Arnold that are right backs, but they are always going forward, and they are more like the standard set for fullbacks in the current era, footballing era. And here we have Samuel Eto'o in a very own hands, always dazzling forward, always pushing to join the attack, and he's always doing it. He does it very well. He does it with stellar precision. So it's a good thing to have him in your side, and he's a very great addition to the squad.
One thing I like about Samuel Eto'o is that you rarely get to find him out of position. He's always almost everywhere. And if he's not everywhere, he seems to just get his own spirit inside Fawaz Otun, who is looking like his twin brother already in the few games we've seen so far for Vandrezzer. And now the ball is being sent back to defense. Odion Bassi with the freedom and license to start the play once again from nothing. Now they have the opportunity. Fawaz sends it forward. Now no one touches the legs of his teammate there, the man in just number 22, Loye Felix. The ball will go out for a throw-in. Of course, it was infringed there by Dime Billers. Obiseson sends it back to Vandrezzer FC. His teammate will try to build from nothing again. Xavier Isaac. Fawaz trying to pick up the run of Lekon Abdul Salam. Brillas ball sent forward by Deputy. The nickname Deputy as well. Very, very deputizing, of course, going forward for Giant Brillas. The real name, of course, is Pascal Namnigwe, but been identified as Deputy. Lukman trying to locate the teammate there, Lekon Abdul Salam, but terrible pass. The ball being headed down there, of course, on the man. New acquisition for Vandrezzer FC over the summer into the team for the Lions of Niger. Now here come the visitors trying to build from the flanks. Jersey number 28. Omeni not being allowed that license to do whatever he wants. Omoni as well. It's been very kept quiet in this game by Samuel Eto'o, who I think 35 minutes of play here at the AK Championship Stadium. Samuel Eto'o shouldn't be a big name to be missed if if he is included in that list for a potential man of the match in the first 45 minutes. He's been everywhere in the first half for Vandrezzer FC.
Yeah, the man Samuel Eto'o is a very important player, and I think that's why he's the captain. He's a captain for a reason, and he's serving
28 appearances.
Serving his captain's career. He has to be 28 appearances with 6 goals off on the spot. And what I like about him is his confidence to to roam freely and also to take up responsibilities like penalties. He steps up even when he missed one a couple of games ago, but he came up again to score from the spot. So it's something commendable when you see someone like Samuel Eto'o always ever present, always ready to make a difference, always ready to take responsibility. He's that man. His name is Samuel Eto'o. He's the captain of Vandrezzer FC.
I'm Brian Brillas. Having a very shaky defensive play. Very funny goalkeeper sending the ball back into a throw-in. Actually, it's a throw-in for Vandrezzer FC, and Samuel Eto'o, as you can see on your picture, is the one with the ball for the Lions of Niger. Now opportunity swinging in favor of the host, being picked up there by Deputy. Looks forward, finds Omoyeye, and finds some Chichuko Abraham, of course, but of course he sends the ball to a teammate going forward. Now Omoyeye is in action. Will send the ball to a teammate, of course. Deputy called into play once again, but of course, not a good way. Xavier Isaac, that is going to be an offside. That's definitely an offside. But just imagine that wasn't an offside call. That would have been the first goal of the afternoon.
Yeah, and even when he was in another position, he still had to bring up his trickery, bring up what he has in his box to score that one. Just imagine, it was not offside. We would be on our feet, we were rowing goals, and the fans would be elated.
Imagine this was 1945
when we had no offside rules, right?
Yeah.
That would have been like one of the most most beautiful goals that we've seen here at the Eke Township Stadium. And talking about Brillas FC, they've had after the season of which they played their trade in the NL season, and last season they were there for Vandrezzer FC, which they finished with the same point with Vandrezzer FC, but 2 points below Vandrezzer FC, 9th on the log, just 2 points over
places.
2 points, and 2 places of the relegation area. And here they have a chance right here to play next seasons, which is actually next month. Yeah,
Quicker than you expected.
In NNL, and also they have a couple of friendly games. A couple of friendly games so far. They played against Rangers, which lost 1-0. They also play against Ingas, which defeated them 5-2, and they also play against Apex Crane, which they defeated Apex Crane by 2 goals to 1. So they were always, they're always they've been so far being kept fit so far throughout this preseason.
Aziz Lukman there, making the run to joining the cooling break for both teams going forward in this game. We talked about Giant Brilliance coming into the fixture today, a bit short of offensive options. Most importantly is Renat Azubike, who joined second division Flyer Admira in the Austrian second league. Of course, now isn't a player in the Giant Brilliance squad anymore going forward. But of course, they still have players who can fill into that position.
Now, you talk about players that can actually fit into that position. They have someone actually playing today by name Aliyu Adebayo. He was their player of the season last season, and he was really influential in their all-round game. So just like Vandrezzer FC have Samuel Edogo being a leader, they also have a player in Aliyu Adebayo, won the player of the season, in the just concluded NL season, and also he's been today. So far, he's been trying to keep Gideon Monday quiet, which has sounded a little bit looked a little bit more difficult for him, but he's having a fair game today. If you can even agree with me, I mean the left back, the right back there, Aliyu Adebayo. So both sides they have good players. They have good players that can represent and also play so well for their sides too.
Sever Isaac, of course, the top goal scorer in this fixture going forward for both teams. He scored 2 goals for Vandrezzer FC against Giant Brilliance. Now looking to add to his tally. Now, of course, on the ball, trying to pick out a teammate. That trademark pass doesn't get to Gideon Monday, but he wins it back. Of course, dazzling footwork there, Gideon Monday, trying to beat his marker. Looks like he's going to beat his marker. Of course, trying to get past the man in just number 2, Aliyu Adebayo, that we just talked about there. A throw-in now, a throw-in being won by Vandrezzer FC.
I think that's a corner actually.
A corner.
The man Aliyu was it to intercept that particular one there, and give Vandrezzer FC their third corner so far in this encounter.
The golden boy. I think the golden boy is Lekon Abdul Salam.
Yeah,
so
Abdul Salam.
should we say the silver boy or silver boy or the shining boy?
I think
the diamond boy.
I think I'll call him the orchestrator, the creator, the magician.
Yeah, I call him the Messi of the VFC. He
He
stands on the corner now and looking to swing this one in for Vandrezzer FC's first goal of the afternoon, but being cleared away by Giant Brilliance, headed away. Of course, onside, Xavier Isaac trying to play a teammate on, doesn't see that, swings the crosses instead. Can that be into the back of the net? But Yusuf claims it. Of course, Yusuf into the squad for Giant Brilliance today. Of course, he's not even the first choice for the team. Should not be the first choice. Chijoke Anigbiso should be the first choice of Giant Brilliance, but he, of course, is in the national team, the under-20 team of the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. Here comes Giant Brilliance trying to conjure up an opportunity. That is looking like infringement from outside the box, but the referee doesn't spot that. Obinna Kuche off his line. It's not VAR yet, but I think the replay should give us a bit clarification what just happened there in about 3 seconds. Obinna Kuche off his line to help Vandrezzer FC stop the offensive play that was coming from the visitors. But Giant Brilliance, the way they have not been able to convert that into a goal is what's really bothering me. But I think the big controversy here should be, was Obinna Kuche off his line? Because he certainly looks like he was.
No, I think he was not obvious. I think he was still in his box, but his hulking figure, gave him that edge.
Brilliance now with an opportunity to go for the open now, and they missed it. Unbelievable. Itodo with an opportunity, a sublime opportunity. Mandela Itodo so close for the opener. Nearly had it, of course, for Giant Brilliance. Opportunity doesn't come very often, but he had that one and he could not score.
Yeah, I talked about Obinna Kuche coming out with his hulking figure some moments ago before that particular chance there. I think he does one thing for himself whenever he has the chance to, go into action. He comes out, bring out his body bigger and larger, and I think that's what he did there. Bring out his body, enlarge himself, and that actually ended in a goal kick for him. But let's see how long he can continue doing that over time. To earn him all the respect and all the chances and all the opportunities that he has going forward.
Obiseson does nicely to win the ball back to Vandrezzer FC in that midfield. Now Fawash trying to pick out Gideon Monday. Looks very ambitious for an opportunity. But Billes, of course, will try and clear. Fawaz, of course, did come out there to make that clearance. We talked about we talked about Yusuf, the goalkeeper for Giant Billes this afternoon. Of course, he's been drafted into starting 11. Edo picks out the ball fantastically. Now it's Lekon Abdul-Salam with the chance to build. He picks out a fantastic chance. It is Lukman who should have put that one in the back of the net for Vandrezzer FC. The 5th shot they've had so far this evening. The 6th shot, sorry, they've had so far this evening. And that one should have been at the back of the net. And we were talking about the inexperience of Yusuf, the goalkeeper. And that is an inexperienced moment for the defense of Giant Billes. But that's a fantastic block there from the man who's in charge of that defense this afternoon for Giant Billes, Chinonso Ogachukwu. A block from almost out of nowhere, and there we go once again. VFC, can they make something happen here? Xavier Isaac back to Fawaz Otun. Fawaz fancying a shot or fancying a cross from outside the 18 area. Can he get that? Samuel Edo from nowhere, from absolutely nowhere he should be. It's on the left-hand side of the field, of course, for Vandrezzer FC. Now VFC trying to make something happen out of nothing. Wallaby, fantastic footwork there. The train has been rewarded for the Lions of Nigeria. Fawaz sends it back to a teammate. All alone is Lekong, but all alone was Lukman, but couldn't direct that header very powerfully down for the opening goal. 44 minutes of play so far at the Eke Township Stadium. Now on the ball is Yusuf. We were talking about him before in the starting lineup for Chijoke Anigboso, who is in the starting 11 now for the under-20 Flying Eagles, who are currently in action, will be in action by 6 o'clock there against Senegal. It's certainly going to be the first choice goalkeeper ahead of Nathan Nwusu. Certainly will be the second choice goalkeeper, given the fact that Nathan Nwusu is now the first choice goalkeeper for the under-20 Eagles. Of course, we will see that game to support our very own Flying Eagles. But let's talk about the Lions of Nigeria for now. And Xavier Isaac makes use of his chest very well, trying to pick out a teammate who looked to be offside a bit. Of course, but Giant Billes have steadied the ship quite quickly as expected. Cleared off the line, cleared off the defense now by Wallaby. And Gideon Monday wins it back, but the foul has been called by referee. And one more time, they will have, I think, one opportunity to launch the ball forward, if that will be a first half without any regulation time being added on. Of course, it's 45 minutes of play already here at the Eke Township Stadium, waiting to see if the referee adds anything in stoppage time to this game.
Yeah, I think it's been the first half. It's been the first half, filled with uncertainties when it comes to going forward. It's been the first half dominated by Vandrezzer FC. It's been the first half, filled with beautiful play from the Vandrezzer FC side. It's been the first half, that has seen Brellas FC trying to work so hard defensively to put out the threat of Vandrezzer FC. And I wish to see that. I wish that we could have had a goal here for Vandrezzer FC, but it's not coming. So hopefully in the second half, I will have that opener, and it will be something beautiful to watch there.
It's contrasting fortunes, contrasting tales, yeah, for Vandrezzer FC. In fact, for a game, because in the last game they played here for Vandrezzer FC against Rovers FC, I think by now we had 2 goals. Yeah, set piece derby back then. A goal from a free kick,
and also from the penalty spots, right?
Yeah, and another one from penalty spots.
Set piece debut, you say. I think, and also the game against National FC, we saw 4 goals here already. 2-2 was a goal also from a set piece, and also from the spot. So there's always been games, halves filled with goals. But I think this should be like the driest first half we've seen so far in the Township Stadium.
We're being starved of goals here, but of course we know Vandrezzer have the quality to score the goals when the opportunities will come. They've had about of course just 1 minute being added on ever since by the referee. Confirmation being given to us now by Samuel Edo, being almost unleashed. I think a corner will be awarded here just before we go into the locker room. 1 minute was added on. 1 minute of play already up, done and dusted for Vandrezzer FC. Will the referee allow this to be taken? Edo stands on this one to swing it into the corner, swing into the 18-yard area for Vandrezzer FC, but cleared away, and that should be that for the first half. But Paul, Vandrezzer FC, chances upon chances, not able to bury anything. Giant Billes, 3 shots, not on target as well. 1 shaky moment for Obina Kuche. 3 shaky moments there for Yusuf. in the Giant Pillars goal, but the important thing is that it ends goalless in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, it ends goalless in the first 45 minutes, but also with these testaments, there are things to be worked on in the second half. If you have this sort of edge moments in the first half, come to the second half, you should know that the boys will be better prepared to come all out to cause a stir. So for Vandrezzer FC, it's just work on your precision, work on being a little bit more direct, and for Brilliant FC, try and come out more often. Don't sit all back and invite pressure to yourself. But there's a whole lot to watch out for the second half, and hopefully we'll see the best of Vandrezzer FC coming out.
They got to be in Stanley Stadium before they went to the Agege Stadium there in Lagos. But the Lions are back here at the beautiful edifice here at the Eket Township Stadium, and you can see the few individuals who have been able to make their way out of the comfort of their homes, of course, given the current economic situation in the country and the way things have been hard to find your way around with movement. But VFC, of course, are yet to score, and neither are Giant Pillars in the first half. It ends so far deadlocked. We'll be back for the second half, but Vandrezzer FC have yet to score a goal, the same as Giant Pillars. It's ended here in the first half. Giant Pillars of Enugu 0, Vandrezzer FC of Eket 0.
Iman! Iman! Only one! Now, all this, okay. Now 10 people say we want to.
We're using this mic together. Yes.
Line up, quickly, just line up. We have only 2 minutes to do this. Quickly. All right. Let's go.
We are live now at the Eket Township Stadium. I am Eyura Ekuta. With me is Mifreke. We just witnessed the first half of the match between Vandrezzer FC and Giant Brilliance of Enugu. Now, the first half ended with 0-0. Mifreke, what can you say about that?
Well, that was a beautiful game of football played by these two top sides. I mean, the only problem they had was that they missed a couple of chances in the game earlier on. Vandrezzer FC would have led the game, would have won the game in the first half, but a couple of missed chances from the players. I mean, this is the same thing that happened in the last game where they missed a couple of chances, and at the end of the day they had to pay for it, and they came out from that game a 1-1 draw. Now, this is another thing that is happening in the team. I mean, the two of them, the two teams are playing very beautiful football, very beautiful game, but just that they are not clinical in the finishing stage. Abdul Salam, their golden boy, Lekun Abdul Salam, have missed a couple of chances. I mean, if Gideon Monday missed a one-on-one chance with the keeper when he was supposed to score, but unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to score that goal. Giant Brilliance, on the other hand, missed a nice one-on-one chance with the keeper. But all these chances can cost a team. If coming to the second half they don't work on these chances, I mean, it can cost them.
We are aware that both teams have met 4 times in the 2 last NNL seasons, and then this time around they are actually playing a friendly, and the struggle is really, really hard. We have also seen that Giant Brilliance also have a player from Vandrezzer FC, like a former player from Vandrezzer FC, and then they are really pushing it hard to actually score a goal. Both teams are bringing in the aggressiveness that you can see in top footballers, and it's really, really impressive that all our footballers on the team are actually playing using teamwork to actually play together in order to try and win. And then we have seen that our goalkeeper, which is Obin now, he has really, really put in his body into making it effective as to protect Vandrezzer from concealing any goal. So now the second half is about coming. What do you think? Like, what's your take on how do you think second half would be? Because now I'm sure they have gone back to their drawing board to think of something they can do, so that when they come back the second half, it will be fire and it will be hotter than how it was before. What do you think will happen?
Well, the two teams have been outstanding, no doubt. They have been outstanding, no doubt, but it's a competitive game because these two teams play in the NNL league. These two teams play in the NNL, so it's a competitive game. Like before the game, I told you that it's a game of equals. It's a game of equals. I mean, these two teams are familiar with each other. They know each other too well. It is true. Vandrezzer FC, on the other hand, have been winning this team. But today, you've seen a different game of football played here at the home of Vandrezzer. Giant Brilliance have really brought the game to Vandrezzer, and they are giving Vandrezzer a run-in for their money. It's not going to be an easy one because the two teams have missed a couple of chances. So coming back into the second half, we are going to see another game of football in another level. But at the end of the day, I can't say who will win. But any team that wins, I mean, they deserve it. They did very well.
From the records, Giant Brilliance have never won a game against Vandrezzer FC. The only time they came really close, that was a draw. I am seeing that the fans are actually into the game because we can see the who and the hows whenever both teams are either missing a shot or actually gaining something. So now the second half is about coming. We just hope that Vandrezzer FC or the Giant Brilliance will be able to stand out or even do something different from how they have been doing before. Now, from the officiating, what can you say about the officiating so far?
Well, they have done well. It's not about them. It's about the players. It's about the players not getting the ball in the back of the net as they should be. I mean, look at the fans. Whenever they see a Vandrezzer player, their team player with the ball, I mean, look at the roar, the chant of the fans. They really want to see that ball in the back of the net, but the players are not giving it to their fans, and it's not. I don't know how to say it. The fans want to see a goal. They don't just want to see a goal. They want to see Vandrezzer taking all 3 points here at home, giving them all 3 points. We need to see a win. The new league is in weeks away. It's just a weeks away. So the fans really want to see something. They want to see a promising career, a promising future. They want to see the players and the team giving them hope that they have a place in the NNL next season. Not draws. They don't want draws again. They are tired of draws.
Well, we know very well that from the positioning of everything, the Giant Brewers, they have like 45% in the positioning, and then the Vandrezzer, and then the Giant Brewers, they have 55, and Vandrezzer, they have 45% in the positioning. But so far, with their ball coordination and the passing, and then the teamwork and everything, we could see that probably in the second half, these positions might actually increase or decrease for both of them.
You know, at the start of the first half, Vandrezzer were dominating the game. They had a lot of possession more than their opponents. They were, you know, Isaac Xavier was doing the magic in the midfield, and then Gideon Monday, he was terrific in the left wing, going forward. I mean, the attack of Gideon Monday, and Lekun Abdul Salam and the other guy, it was a beautiful thing to watch.
Well, we're about witnessing the second half, the completion of the game, of the second half. Please, let's have fun.
That's a difficult one to convert. It's not a penalty. Of course, contact came in later after the player already made contact with the ball. Initially, one of the 3 substitutions that were made in the second half for Vandrezzer. We're already 3 minutes into the half, and Vandrezzer conjuring up something from almost nowhere, and this is what you need for a team that wants to break the deadlock and score first in the second half.
I think that was brightly. That was so bright from Vandrezzer FC. You know, though the spark was what we actually needed. You know, coming to the second half, and I hope that we'll see more of these moments from Vandrezzer FC. Because I know that when you have these moments, there is a goal coming somewhere, and it's a good thing to see Vandrezzer FC. You know, with that urgency, that sort of urgency. A couple of substitutions there. I can see the midfield governor Popola also in the fray there. He's also on the pitch.
I think his birthday was yesterday or day before yesterday.
Before yesterday. Yeah. So he's currently also on the field of play there with his long sleeves, his typical long sleeves, one-sided long sleeves actually. So and also for that chance there, it's something that just look at the ball, look at the work from Oloye Felix. Beautiful pass there from Oloye Felix that he found him. For Session, and Session's pass was top notch. Though the striker couldn't connect, you know, to get that one at the back of the net ball. Obviously, with chances like this over and over again, there will be a goal coming.
And that's what you're looking forward to if you're watching this game at home. Vandrezzer FC, the 2 new players in the squad. Alicia, first of all, the manager, number 14 for Vandrezzer FC, joined the team in 2021. Yet to really hit the ground running for the Lions of Niger. Obina Akuche, if you add 4 numbers to his jersey number, Alicia, you have Obina Akuche, of course, his own teammate in goal for the Lions. Referee already there making himself look very visible. Almost like it was a Vandrezzer player with the way he's, you know, making his whole lion attitude. Of course, he is the leader of this game. He is the one in charge, the official for the game today. Of course, all the way from the city, the commercial city of Ekiti, just here, not really far. I think I'll ask him where he actually lives after the game. But Idong Udofia is the center referee for the game once again. And throw in there should be for the home team, Vandrezzer FC. Whatever the referee does say is what we continue with. Yeah, Giant Brillers are the team who will benefit from this throw-in, and a throw is sent into the pitch. Can't be cleared properly, so they'll go again. Offset flag stays down, but now goes up, and the assistant referee, I think it's the same assistant referee from the first half that was busy, is still the man who is busy. So very busy afternoon for him. Catches out another Giant Briller player who was on the offside line. He couldn't beat the offside trap and was there one more time. William Emmanuel, the assistant referee, one more time. I think this should be the 4th or 5th time he's raised this flag today for an offside on both Vandrezzer FC and Giant Brillers. But that just goes to tell you the attacking intent of both teams, because if you're not attacking wise, you won't want to create the chances.
Yeah, I think the chances are created when you're attacking. So if you're on the front foot, obviously the chance will keep on counting. And it's something like this, when you have someone like ATT, you know, combining there with other players up front to cause something, to cause a threat.
Now a chance for Vandrezzer FC. The ball sent in, handball not given. Referee, and the cross goes in. Xavier Rising couldn't connect. Neither can Oloye Felix, because Yusuf gets the ball. Initially thought he had the ball. The referee sees something in the box. Could that be a penalty? It is a penalty. Vandrezzer FC gifted a sublime opportunity to score again one more time, and for the 3rd successive game in which a team called Vandrezzer FC have played, there is a penalty. Just an hour or 2 ago, the youth team of Vandrezzer played here against Krane FC. A penalty was awarded in the second half, and then before that, a penalty was awarded in the game against Rovers FC. Now another penalty.
Let's watch the replay again. I think it's not. Let's just see what the replay has to tell us.
I think it's a penalty.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
Yeah, his hands was outright. His arm was outright, and while the ball hit it. But yeah, you can't write out that cross there from ATT that made
a free kick. It's a free kick.
A free kick inside?
Yeah, it's a free kick.
Okay, it's a free kick inside. Okay, it was outside the box, deemed by the referee outside the box. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I would have wondered why he would have seen that to be as a penalty. I think that's actually inside the box, but it's just a combination for Vandrezzer FC. Now a chance for Vandrezzer FC, and that was shot wildly by Oloye Felix, the man jersey number 22 for the Lions. He roared himself to get the opportunity, shot from outside the 18-yard area, trying to make up for the miss from the free kick there. Vandrezzer had an opportunity from a set piece once again. We expected that to be a penalty because I actually think that was inside the box.
No, from the very first call, he pointed to the spot, and the very first call, he pointed to the spot, and there was no direct communication with the linesman. So I think he should get his decisions there right, because we're actually watching live on TV. So things like this, define a whole lot of little margins define games. So for you to be a top-notch referee, you should make your decisions and stand by them. So obviously, it looks like a penalty to me. But he says it's a free kick, so it's a free kick. But going forward, he should make more complicated decisions.
You know that football rules changes almost every year, and I think the VAR, if there was a VAR in this game, would tell you that if that was supposed to be a penalty and it was being checked, they would say his arm doesn't actually change the possession of the ball, But now, it's a natural position. All this, and you get to hear them often.
The rules gets updated every single season.
That's why you have to have data to be refreshed.
I think every single season the rules come up, and obviously it's more difficult because it's and even when the rules are updated, the controversies are setting like these games we have so many controversies.
One day, lays his man down, goes forward, has the chance left and right, but keeps on going. He didn't want to line up his position. One day, can he hit the rebound? Sent it back to the man who was just back from his birthday ceremony, his birthday celebration, could not put Vandrezzer FC. And of course, Nambele left disappointed on the touchline. VFC with a golden chance to lead the game. Kubola couldn't put that in the back of the net. Brilliant work from Monday.
Very good run there from Gideon Monday. It's almost everybody to get to that position. And since the pass on Lawyer Felix, who couldn't do anything, but send a pass to Kubola, I think he should have done better than when he had that chance there. It's a bit of calmness and position. Should have gotten a goal.
He's been good enough. I think he's listening, because ever since I talked about the name change of a thing from Sunday to Monday, from Monday to Sunday, he's been making sure I'm eating my words, because whenever he goes forward, he just lays everyone that is trying to stop him on the ground. And that's brilliant wing play work from a man who's a dazzling player. This is what you need from Vandrezzer. They're going to break the deadlock very soon. And this is what we're having. Very, very few minutes on the clock since the second half started. 56 minutes now here at the AK Tampa Stadium. Vandrezzer FC looking very, very dangerous. Well,
yes, I found them dangerous. I think from the very goal in the second half, they were already a threat. And being a threat brings a whole lot. It brings the chances. It brings the moments that you need to score goals. And so far, they have been threatening. So far, you see Gideon Monday, even it is right. To come in and also Elisha coming to join the fray and cause troubles to the back line of Brilla FC. And if there is no tackle, we'll see loads and loads of goals coming in the second half, because they already smell. You can see the goals coming in.
Vandrezzer FC, of course, now trying to build themselves a very good formation, of course, to get the goals coming in. But this is the thing I wanted to talk about from the game last time we had Rovers FC. Rovers did not score in the second half, and of course Vandrezzer FC, we know they can't score in the second half. They can't score in any half.
Why you saying they can't score in the second half?
I think they can't score. I said they can't score in the second half. I'm just saying, if you're going to base our factor on that algorithm, that of course anything can happen in football. But from a visitor's point of view, do you think Giant Brilliants now will have that mentality of let's just go for a draw? Because it's a normal thing in Nigerian football that teams that go away from home always want to go for a draw in the second half, and you're trying to make their results respectable if they're already considered in the second half. Do you think Brilliants will want to lay low and play less attacking?
Okay, before I answer that question, let me comment an impression. The Nigerian League has actually taken the aim to this particular season. We've seen loads and loads of away goals scored away from home. And then back to the question of Vandrezzer FC not been scoring in the second half of the game. Therefore, like 4 games running, they have not scored in the second half. All their goals come in the first half. Against National FC, against Rovers, those goals were scored all in the first half of the game. So for the Brilla side here, they can't really their effort right now, because Vandrezzer FC are running riots right now. So it's more or less be on your front foot.
They had a chance there, Vandrezzer FC or Brilla FC, of course, to bury that one at the back of the net. But brilliant interception by Basi Odion to get that one out of his defense line. And now with Elisha, cannot get that ball under control, just pushes it. It's a little bit off his height, of course. It's not really a tall player, but now Giant Brilliants trying to make their height count for themselves, trying to go on the offensive play. He's not able to stop that one. man on the pitch of play. ATT now Brilliance having the opportunity to go forward. Might want to shoot from here. He wanted to shoot and go for the opener. It was a fantastic save from Akeji Obina. This is the kind of opportunity that you need for Giant Brilliance to get the opening goal, but they have played that one. Take it lovely on the edge of the penalty area, moved in a bit, just centimeters into the box, and fires it straight onto the bar, straight onto the goalpost. But it's a fantastic save one more time from Obina Akuje. Top class, top mentality from goalkeeper.
Yeah, top class, top mentality. So far in this game, he's made himself visible. He's been the hockey figure. He's terrorizing in this game. I think he had a peep in the first half. We almost considered penalty. Yeah, he's been so sound in this particular fixture. And that was a brilliant save for him, to prevent the goal from going in. And if he keeps on this form, same form that he had throughout last season, I think he has a chance to have a very first clean sheet of Vandrezzer FC so far in this position.
Offside was spotted there. Another save. He wanted to count that as a save because he has himself, of course, on the ground again. Obina Akuchi. I think it's actually the first time he gets on the ground in the second half to make a save. The linesman once again. Emmanuel very busy. It's the seventh time he's raised this flag for offside. We're really getting to see offensive play coming in these other parts of the pitch. But for Vandrezzer FC, it's now a time for them to worry because they were the ones making sure all the offensive play counted in the first half when they had the chances but could not put that in the back of the net. And now they're going to probably rule that if they don't score first, Obina sends the ball forward. It's throwing to the visitors, Giant Brilliance. Now finally the linesman on the other side raises his flag. VFC needing to make that landmark here, yet to win on the Eke Town Stadium. Easy with the ball for Giant Brilliance.
And if you're wondering who's been out, who's been out so far, let's say so far, because we've seen like two new faces, ATT and Omisha, who've had a Fawaz or two as a substitute, and also we kind of Muslim. They are not on the pitch, that's why we are having ATT and Omisha.
Fantastic play there from Giant Brilliance. Could have been this and the IQ of Loyal Felix, a fantastic defender. They're good. You can just beat him once. Of course, what's he saying again? Beat me once and shy, something like that.
So, I think twice.
Yeah,
once beaten, twice shy.
Once beaten, twice shy.
Once beaten, twice shy. That's what I'm saying.
Loyal Felix, of course, there. I think he's been beaten once before. But you know, he didn't let that happen again. Now Adebayo on the corner, opportunity for Giant Brilliance with a chance to swing this one in. Last time they had an opportunity to swing one from the corner, it was very terrible from Giant Brilliance. They actually went out of play and back into play for a professional club, and they will need to make sure that doesn't happen once more. Brilliance all the way from Enugu. Can they bring that experience in the NNL? Just finished 2 places behind Vandrezzer FC last season. Adebayo swings this one in. And it's cleared by Vandrezzer FC. Another chance, swings it inside. The referee can't ignore this. And yet he says it's a ball to the chest of the Vandrezzer FC player. Of course, for the penalty there. I think it would be too early in the second half or to break from the Giant Brilliance players. That's certainly a shaky moment for Vandrezzer FC once again.
A shaky moment. I think we saw something similar to this when the team came in exactly. Some shaky moments. And also in the course of the preseason, friendlies, they've had shaky moments at the back line.
Some to Chico Abraham, former Vandrezzer FC player, sends this one in, but a save from Akuche. Can he get off for the rebound on time? The referee says it's not off the line. The players will give up play. Wow. Just wow. The referee says it's not goal.
Number 7.
And all those things are always in different league. Look at it again. Saves the first one. Akuchi, beautiful save that I would say. Beautiful save. But here comes the rebound. He shoots. Yes, that's a cross. He crosses the
What I say about the FC victorious together. Vandrezzer FC.
And I think that they have SME Sports last year as their media.
Very transparent because trust me, not everyone wants to bring out their other angle. For you to be clear, it should have been a goal.
Honestly, but I can't follow the referee in town because it was an idiot. Nice one there from Vandrezzer, from Brillas. I think they should do more to get the ball, get the next shake.
Xavier Rising tries to release his teammates. Now Popola on the flanks. Can he beat his marker? Yes, he does. Can he get the cross in? It's a corner kick to Vandrezzer FC. Popola, like you said, the signature one-handed long sleeve. Very easy, of course, to notice the run of the tall, lanky midfielder. The general has been called midfield governor. But what I wanted to say was he actually beats a player who is nicknamed the deputy. They have every right to be angry, because
but you cannot force the decision on the referee.
now on Chelsea's forward, the corner to speak swung in, but Vandrezzer FC, of course, should have done better. The man who went up was the man, of course, Gideon Monday, who's been everywhere so far in this game. Well, was swung in, of course, by his teammate, but couldn't convert that. So we come as another shot off target for Vandrezzer FC. I don't think they've had a shot on target all game.
Shot off target.
On target.
On target, yeah, they had just one the first half. That was a chance there by Lukman Aziz that was saved. So, another shot on target in the second half. Giving this opportunity, this is the shot on target.
Okocha sends the ball forward. Can he get a teammate on the end of it? Elisha. Good enough on the aerial duel. Obviously, some of course lose out as well. Pass the offside goal, of course, will go as the flag goes up on Elisha, who tried to make the run on the far side there for Vandrezzer FC. Midfield is in control so far, so good by Vandrezzer, but the attacking line of Giant Brillas looking very, very loud in the second half.
I think that's actually the first time we've seen a very put it offside call there for the man was Mark had of the assistant referee.
Now Samuel, is it going to be beaten? It's not. I don't think he actually wants to slow down. He's still in play. And I think it's only going to be a matter of time before we see someone like Samuel not a part of Vandrezzer FC's squad anymore. Because if he leaves the team, it's only going higher and higher because he sees the boys off the line, he stops his run a little bit, and it's very, very good. This is what you need from a very quality player who is a wing back, and trust me, he deserves to wear that captain armband.
Yeah, I said earlier today, he's the captain, and in every action, in every step he takes, it shows responsibility.
It's calculated.
It's calculated, yes, and it shows that he knows what he's doing. So for him to actually wear the captain armband, he deserves it. Someone's on the floor already, a player's on the floor. Looks like a jersey number 28.
He's number 18.
18 actually, right? That's Chinon So Ogachukwu.
6 goal scorers in this fixture for Vandrezzer FC are not present today. Well, we've had 6 goal scorers, or 5 who are not present today anymore for Vandrezzer FC. 14 goals scored in the fixture, like I said earlier. Gordon Odoyang no longer with the Lions of Nigeria. Kerete Udom, well, funny story about Kerete Udom. He now plays for Sunshine Stars, and he scored back-to-back goals in the MPFL as a centre-back for the Owena Waves all the way in Ogun State. He scored here at the Nest of Champions just some days ago against Nakara FC in that 2-1 loss, and before that he scored against I think that was Players United, or another team the Sunshine Stars actually did beat that was way back at home in the fixture. But that's a testimony that Vandrezzer's players are doing well when they leave the club.
And the Grace Steve was actually the very first official goal scorer of Vandrezzer FC back in 2019, when the team played the very first game in the Township Stadium, he scored the very first goal for Vandrezzer FC. And I'm playing through Sunshine Stars of Okure, and he's not doing badly himself.
Yeah, he still loves the orange color because
when
he left Vandrezzer, he went to Dakar FC. Orange.
No, I think he went to Nasarawa United.
Yeah, but it was at Dakar once.
Yeah, after Nasarawa United, he went to Dakar. Then from Dakar, now currently he's with Sunshine Stars.
So of his 4 clubs, 3 of them have had the orange color. Well, another player who, of course, is not in this fixture anymore, Ivo Jr. once upon a time scored a goal for Vandrezzer FC in this fixture. Kolawole Daniel scores, as well as Akere Sam. They are no longer players for Vandrezzer FC, but of course their time at the club will be appreciated. It's time to appreciate the players who are currently trying everything possible for the club, and the likes of Xavier Isaac is still a member of the team. Scored 2 goals in this fixture of all the 5 games that has been played between the 2 teams. Now in the squad for another potential goal. He feeds the ball forward to teammate Popola Victor, and Alicia now sent it back to Samuel Ado, who sent it back as well to Gideon Monday, but the ball couldn't be met by the feet of a Vandrezzer FC player. Now with a chance to go forward, Collins for Jan Billers, fouled, of course, by Popola Victor, and now Billers will have another opportunity to try and build from the back. It's actually Onyike Albobo who's brought down there in the middle of the park there, and we're talking about Billers making sure that midfield looks like their own, and that's where all the chances are coming in the second half.
Yeah, that's what the way the chances are coming in the second half. And I say something about Miguel scoring the very first goal for the club, and that was against Bayelsa United in their very first league game against Bayelsa United. It was a 2-0 home win at the Ike Township Stadium, and he was officially the first goal scorer. There's a trivia question there in case you're being asked. Thomas Fukin, as a Lion, as a fan, following the Lions of Nigeria, Ikeri's William was the very first goal scorer of the club.
65 minutes of play. The chant for the Ike Township Stadium. It was also 65 minutes of play that Ikeri's Udom did score his first goal for the Lions of Nigeria. Now Elisha up on the wings. Xavier Isaac, can he release him? Yes, he does. The wing magician trying to pick out Gideon Monday. He does. Can Monday shoot and score? He shoots, doesn't score. A second chance for a rebound picked up by Elisha. Is he onside or offside? The foul will be called on Xavier Isaac, I think. I don't think any Vandrezzer FC fan will be happy to see Xavier Isaac on the floor, because of course he looks like the most dangerous player for the Lions, and if he's potentially injured, that might not be good omen for the home team today.
And also the home fans love him. He's a son of the soil. He's and a kid born, a striker, a player here. So having been fouled, having being the one of the
She didn't even know he was even born from a kid.
Yeah, he was born in the kids. I think we have a couple of them, like Samuel Edogo, they are a kid born player. So
the thing is that this guy, the fans don't actually know that they are actually born in the kids, because if they know that, I think they will have a special cheer for them.
Trust me, the fans know about Xavier Isaac. The last game that he played here and he went out, he was greeted with standing ovation. So the fans love him here. So seeing him on the floor is something that they should be particularly happy about.
Debayo, the manager number 2 now for Giant Billers, going up and up with his usual activities. And now they'll switch to play to the left-hand side of the pitch. Can he beat the dazzling Samuel Ado, the defensive Samuel Ado now, because we have the offensive Samuel Ado, but he's not action. Alicia left alone all along the flanks. Now it's looking like a 4-4 formation for Vandrezzer FC, trying to beat his man on the other side, but goes too high, of course, for a man that has completed our 4 dribbles so far in the second half. Now he had Gideon Monday to his right-hand side or to his left-hand side, but decided to go solo. That was not a good way, to mark his efforts. They look dallying all the way in the pass. Vandrezzer should do better.
I'm not particularly impressed with the fact that their final decisions are not apt. I mean, the Vandrezzer FC side, they have an issue trying to connect when it comes to the final third action, and it's something that they should work on going forward. Try to be precise.
Yeah. Now Bella, a chance to make their own counter. Wow! Just inches away from getting the opener, and I think that's a little bit of magic touch that Giant Billers or any team here would need. Something to go Abraham, so close to scoring a goal against his former side once again. Former Vandrezzer FC player back into the team today, now for Giant Billers, and just inches, and I think he catches opener Akuche off target, off guard there. This should be the first goal, but where is the mention? That's an error that came from a pass that should have been gotten from Etiti, because he pulled out, but that pass wasn't good enough and nearly would have made the team pay for it.
Actually, nearly sometimes kill a bit, but
Xavier Isaac.
I think that's his first shot on target in this particular game. He's been up on working from a defense.
He should be second or third. I think he's second.
No, I mean on target. On target, I think that's his first shot on target. He's been working so hard, defensively, and also in the midfield, trying to connect attack to defense. And yes, he has a shot on goal. First shot on target for him in this game, and hopefully he gets on the score sheet.
Oh, I think it needed what's the name again? A bike to get to that ball, because
the guy was actually faster than him.
Defensive Samuel Dogo once again, because we're going to see him very solid going at the back. And one thing I like about the general, or is it the governor?
The governor, Popola.
He's always there. I think he's another Samuel Dogo, because he's always there to help you when you're going forward, and he's always there to help you when you're going backward.
I think that is one thing that is so testament about this Vandrezzer FC side. They are so energetic. They can run forward and backward. You can especially that we can see the offensive side of Samuel Dogo and also the defensive side. So the transition from attack to defense is something incredible across everybody in the squad. We saw Basil Young in the first half,
yeah,
coming all out almost every time.
And now Brillas with the opportunity to get themselves on the score sheet again with a set piece, swung into the back of the net and nearly converted for a first goal of the evening. Vandrezzer FC, couple of minutes now looking shaky at the back. Giant Billers probably will capitalize on it very soon, but that was a nervy moment once again for the Lions of Nigeria, nearly conceding once again, and this should be something that they will work on if they want to keep a clean sheet in this fixture.
Yeah, I think Vandrezzer FC should be a little bit more careful when it comes to playing from the back. They are so far kept a clean sheet up to this very moment. A couple of games before they don't keep clean sheet up to this moment, but so far so good. It's been a clean sheet up to this very moment. So for us to maintain that clean sheet over time, they have to maintain that tempo till the very end.
Basil Young sends it to Obi Sesong, and now Billers will try and build from that mistake from Vandrezzer FC. Can they get something on this? There was nearly a chance that was converted, but Samuel Doe will capitalize on that failed chance and clear the ball for Vandrezzer FC, because they nearly went behind there once again. But we talked about nervy moments, and that was another nervy moment for Vandrezzer FC. They nearly went behind. Now they're going to try and turn this into attack. It's the ball sent to Gideon Monday, who will have to get this one. He can't get that. Will be a foul. That has to be a foul, definitely. Whistle gone there. The referee acknowledges that as a foul.
You always have to be very careful when you are playing, and if they are intending to keep clean sheets, I mean the Vandrezzer FC side, they have to be very careful from the back. They have to be so full of intent to keep a clean sheet.
Obina sends the ball now to Wallaby, trying to build from the back, sends a long ball, of course, into the forward, trying to find Alicia, but he goes out for a throw-in, and now it's the ever-present Samuel Edo, who is going to be available to take that throw-in. I think that should be before or after there's a couple of changes coming for the Lions of Nigeria. 2 new legs on the sideline. I think the assistant referee is ready to make these changes for the 2 players.
Waiting to see who was okay. We have Gideon Monday coming out, and also Oluwa Session coming out too. Gideon Monday coming out, and Session 2 also coming out for players that we are yet to confirm who their names are.
Vandrezzer FC now making it look as if of course Vandrezzer FC once again now switching off a bit, going backwards. This new change is getting into the pitch. Will be trying to increase the quality of offensive play here. It's the ball being won back by Etiti. It's now one of the new players into the pitch of play. Now trying to be unleashed on the flank again once more for Vandrezzer FC. Ball's being cut back there, but couldn't get it. Will he unleash his shots? He did. But that's not something looking very convincing to go into the back of the net for Vandrezzer FC. One of the new players onto the pitch.
This number 25. This number 25 here coming to the pitch. I think, you know, so many players on this pitch are actually trialists, and they also don't jerseys that are not actually their names. I think something can be said, something about Vandrezzer FC and also Brilla Giants. So some of them actually Jambrilas wearing jerseys that are not originally theirs. It's a prison match here, and some players that are up there for trials.
It's time to flex, just flex around.
Just let's see what you have in your bag.
Popola Victor sends the ball forward. The header, of course, from Giant Brillas. Xavier Isaac up in there waiting for that pass to come in eventually. Samuel Edo does win this foul. I don't think he's lost any aerial duel or any duel of any sort this afternoon. One of the best players of Vandrezzer FC going forward and coming backward this afternoon. Look who stands on this one. The ball sent in from Owolabi, trying to pick out the BSC player who went on air. I think that's a foul. It's a free kick to Giant Brillas. And it's not the first time we're going to see him losing out on a duel to the man who is his marker for the afternoon. Talking about Giant Brillas, Divine Ukadike.
Yeah, the defender has actually been on him, being really seriously on him, making sure that he doesn't get past him easily. You know the first half they had chances and also flares, but at the second half they came to testing that knot, and it's funny quite difficult to break that line easily.
Akuche Victor trying to release play very early to his teammate. He didn't do that quite accurately, but it's a brilliant idea, because one of the things that really makes you a good team player is the fact that you're ready to make every other person in the team get into the play very quickly enough.
Yeah, and also the ability to make players around you better. It's also testament to the quality that you have. You know, we've seen top players playing football.
Wow.
Look at a player like
Samuel Edo.
Once again, that's been fouled. He makes his team play so well.
Yeah.
He makes his team, he makes everybody around him comfortable around him. And now
it's not looking like a friendly.
He's looking like a friendly. Browse here.
I think the referee should be wary of the cards and the players he's giving the cards to. But we're talking about Samuel Edo once more, and leaving his position as a right back, getting to stop that ball. First of all, calculating every run. He barely gets caught out. And this is the kind of players you're ready to sell as a club. I think one of the best players of Vandrezzer FC last season was Xavier Isaac, but this season we should be looking at Samuel Edo and the fact that he is a potential money maker for Vandrezzer FC.
And you're talking about selling out or actually selling his contracts, because who want to lose a talent like Samuel Edo? Yeah, I know some players may be dreaming to go bigger and better, but sometimes we have a club players that are club legends.
You can't go bigger if you don't have a club. From my point of view, because he could be taken advantage of. The fact that he doesn't have a club, he's not probably going to be taken serious.
Who doesn't have a club exactly?
No, I mean Samuel Edo, when his contract does run out, it doesn't extend. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because if a club like Enyimba comes to you and says, okay, can you sign for us? And you say, no, I need this amount. And they say, okay, since you don't want, just stay there. You don't be desperate. But if you're under a contract, let's say this player knows what you want, so let's take him, and let's actually get him off Vandrezzer FC. That actually makes more valuation of a player. But that's for the future. Hopefully he gets to sign a new contract with Vandrezzer FC. Now Giant Brillas, jersey number 34, pushing forward over and over again. Can he get something at the back of the net? Of course, it's been thwarted there by the Vandrezzer FC defense. The offside flag goes up again, and it is the man Emmanuel, Mr. Emmanuel, very, very busy this afternoon. The 8th time he's raised that flag. I think the 9th time he's raised that flag with his smart watch there, looking very smart, and of course very, very timely. Giant Brillas thwarted once again with the offensive play. Vandrezzer giving a little more time to try and string one or two passes together, because they've not been able to, do any of that in the game today. High boots there.
High boots there, yeah. And that didn't look so well. I've not been particularly impressed by Vandrezzer FC. They had those chances in the earlier moments of the second half when they came out, trying to impress, coming out. Starting trying to scare the Brillas side ball. So far in the second half, the Giant Brillas came out to play the game, and now they'll be neutralized. But you keep having chances upon chances to make something count, and you keep blasting these chances wide. It's something that is particularly, that I don't like. I don't like the fact that they don't take these chances very well. And you can see it when the jam builders have their chances, they almost make it count. You see intent there.
Now Samuel Ado on the floor. I think this is just a testament to the work rate he has put into the fixture today. Because he doesn't play like a right back. He plays like a right back, a central midfielder, a defensive midfielder, a creative player, a winger. I think a false nine sometimes, and someone who takes the set piece is now on the floor. Could this be fatigue? I think this has to be fatigue, because now he's feeling the effect of doing almost everything alone. And just listen to the applaud from the crowd. Samuel Ado once more. Quality player we're talking about every single time. And once again, I don't think he's going out. I think he's coming back.
And he has featured in almost every fixture in this preseason.
Oh, and an error there from Open Kuche, but of course his defense lines doesn't make that really, really bad. Now, Vandrezzer, that should be an offside pass. That has to be an offside pass. Flag stays down. Now, can they do something happen here? Vandrezzer FC, oh, lovely, lovely footwork, but couldn't make that count for the Lions of Niger. Now, it's a free kick being awarded to Vandrezzer FC.
Someone is actually warming up on the sideline, a player warming up on the sideline. Hopefully we'll see who that is and who is coming out. Yeah, you talked about fatigue. He's actually going out. He's made almost every appearance for Vandrezzer FC in the preseason.
He's even made the most throughout for the club.
Yeah, he's made the most in this preseason encounter. So I think fatigue has its way to play. He's been always there. He's always hardworking. So it's only fair he is substituted for a fresher leg to come in. He's been hauled down a couple of times. And guess who's the new captain?
Aloya Felix.
Aloya Felix.
Samuel.
Aloya Felix.
Xavier Isaac is still on the pitch. I think Xavier Isaac is still on the pitch, and I expected him to be the one with the captain. Like last time. But Aloya Felix, of course, is now the captain of the fixture. Of course, jersey number 22. Can he help Vandrezzer get a goal in this fixture? Defensive qualities, fine enough. Going forward, yes. Now, chance for Vandrezzer. Free kick, swung into the box. Can they get something here? Not converted. Another chance now. Can he get something on this? They're fantastic! What about that? Gideon Monday, what about that? What about that from Gideon Monday?
No, that's not him. That's not Gideon Monday. That is Accra coming in to make something out of nothing there. For the very first time.
Just wow.
For the very first time in the second half, Vandrezzer FC has scored a goal in the last 5 outings. That was
the man who scores the goal needs to be clarified, because it needs to be rewarded. That is an amazing goal from an amazing play. He gets the crossing, it doesn't work out. It's a lot enough. He gets it back again and shoots the second time. And this is impressive. It has to be Victor Accra. That's an amazing goal.
Look at this. Control, shoot, precision. I keep talking about precision ever since. And now this is precision I was talking about. He scores from that distance, and it tells the whole lot of Vandrezzer FC side. They have been scoring from that distance. So what happened over the last few games?
A goal worth of 1 million naira in new naira notes.
You can
naira notes.
New naira notes. You can watch that
fresh
over.
Naira notes.
You can watch it over and over again. Fresh naira notes.
I think that's a set piece goal. That's in the play of a set piece. But that has to be in the play of a set piece, even if it doesn't come directly. But that will be counted as a goal from a set piece opportunity. The kind of magic shot he gets, just like the last time we had here. That was when Rover scored. But this time around, it's actually for someone that we know.
And I can tell you categorically, this has been the best goal Vandrezzer FC has scored here at the AK Township Stadium. And if this goal should stand and the scoreline remains the same, it will be the very first win.
The goal does stand.
So yeah, it stands.
You're watching too many Premier League these days.
It stands 1-0 till to the very end. And Vandrezzer FC keeps this win. The name is Victor Accra. The goals. Hopefully this goal, continues this way. The scoreline continues this way, 1-0, as it should be. This should be Vandrezzer FC first win at home, the AK Township Stadium. The AK Township Stadium, it should be the very first win, and it will make a whole lot of sense. A first win for the home fans. The first win since that win against Nordic, which ended 3-2, and they've had a couple of draws. They have a couple of draws, and they've lost one. They've won just one. That was against Nordic. That was late last year. And right now they now have a goal to their name. So it's beautiful to see them. If they should keep this scoreline the way it is, respected the way it is, it will make sense.
Sunday Ibrahim, goal scorer, now officially been confirmed there for Vandrezzer FC. Tunde Ibrahim.
That's the name, Tunde Ibrahim there. Goal confirmed. Tunde Ibrahim, the goal scorer.
And I think the fact that he comes off the bench to do it is much more interesting and impressive. And one more time, Tunde Ibrahim, this is a goal worth many. This is a goal worth so much. He hits it with such precise accuracy. It's amazing. It's so amazing.
Yeah, I will keep talking about Tunde Ibrahim over and over again because yes, he got the fans standing up. He got the fans clapping. He's so well. I think he is one of those players that you would always call on to make a change when you have things getting thicker and thinner in games like this. And he came in, from the bench to make it count there. 1-0 for Vandrezzer FC against Jam Breeders of Enugu.
Odion sends the ball forward. Ball trying to be won back there, of course, by Vandrezzer FC. Brilla would try and tap 1-2 on the midfield. The centre back slowly gets into the midfield. Something I'm getting to see in this first half. Much more often, but Okuche will stop any attempt to equal the goal that was scored by Vandrezzer FC in the first half. Tunde Ibrahim specifically. It's looking forward to be a game of amazing goals, but because Vandrezzer FC opening the scoreline with that sumptuous goal, I could eat that goal for 3 days. Never mind the fact that that these days, to get something in your stomach looks very hard, but I could eat this goal for the whole season. It's an amazing goal once more. Brilla, Giant Brilla is now trying to make this not something very often. Popola wins the ball back. He has space, he has time, he's trying for a corner, but he can't get that. Yusuf will get the ball in his hands and trying to launch the ball forward.
I think the Man people actually wasted a little bit of time and space there. He had a chance, he had an option by his right, which he should have taken that option calmly, or also on his left, because we saw Fawaz there that was looking around there. Although Felix was looking around there, he should made that decision to pass. But yeah, he actually.
Oh, what amazing! That's a free kick. It has to be a free kick. The man in jersey number 14 for Vandrezzer FC, of course, fouled there, infringement. The referee does blow that to the advantage of Vandrezzer FC. I don't know if it's just a thing about the goal, but it seems everything that Vandrezzer do now seems to be very convincing. And anytime any of the players touches the ball, very, very convincing. And but I don't know if you noticed this, but it's barely 2 minutes since Oloifeles got the armband they scored.
Yeah, I think there was this tempo, but I think that has nothing to do with the goal. I think it's just a matter of taking chances. One thing about the Vandrezzer FC side is that they've always had the chances, regardless. They always had the chances, but only what stopped them was them not taking those chances. The precision wasn't there, and only what helped that ball to go into the back of the net was precision, of which I've been crying about that from the very word go. Try and be precise. Try and make your shot count. Try and keep your shot on target, which they didn't do that more often. And yes, they've done it finally, and they have a goal to their name.
Aloy Felix, little error there. Clarifies it quickly enough. That defense line with Ewolabi and of course Ewolabi and of course Odion. Now trying to. I think that has to be a cross. That wanted to be a cross from the man in jersey number 34.
I feel he wanted to beat Akuche of his line.
That would be so outrageous. 90 minutes on the clock here. 3 minutes additional time confirmed to me. Of course, just 3 minutes will be added on here by the linesman and of course confirmed by the referee, the entire officiating team. 3 minutes for VFC to add something on the scoreboard. 3 minutes for Giant Breeders to try and see if they can find something to salvage at least not a point but a draw heading back to Enugu, because they put so much in this fixture.
And that's the man Ibrahim Tunde, which was confirmed much earlier on, the goal scorer. And I think it will be only for Vandrezzer. If Vandrezzer FC can keep this scoreline the way it is, 1-0, a clean sheet, the very first clean sheet in the last 6 games. 7 today would make it the 7th game.
Of course.
The very first clean sheet. So it will be respectable, and it will be the very first win at the Eke Township Stadium. And the fans out this one to cheer.
Oh, so close there to be gotten by the feet of Xavier Isaac. Now Giant Bayless trying to conjure up something just one more time before the whistle goes into the mouth of the referee to blow for full time. Now, it used to be Samuel Ado who was doing the magic there. David Edwards has come in for Samuel Ado. So now we're having that right back position performing the same way the captain left it. Fantastic. And now Oloye Felix, now the captain, but the free kick has been awarded to Vandrezzer FC. We are having ourselves, I think, a tactical game reduction in circulation play, because it is on the ground now. These little free kicks will reduce the way the game goes, and the time will run down for a win to Vandrezzer FC.
Yeah, I think most of these actions, are trying to change the tempo of the play. It changes the tempo of the play much quickly. I told you earlier, little matches define football games, and when you have lots of free kicks like this, a nickel here and there, it changes the tempo of the play. It's not free flowing, and obviously it's to the advantage of Vandrezzer FC.
One thing I have liked about Vandrezzer is that they don't get to do that much often because they play quality football. But that has to be the fastest it remains I've seen.
Yeah, and I think it's been confirmed, the very first win for Vandrezzer FC at the Eke Township Stadium, and it came, in the hands of Giant Bayless FC. 5 times they have missed, and 4 times Vandrezzer FC, maintained victory over them. It's been an intense encounter. The very first clean sheet of Vandrezzer FC in this particular so far is friendly, and I'm also impressed with the fact that they played together, they played compactly, and also did so well to make sure that they rendered this result. Even at the death, they made sure that they kept the high flag flying.
Lions roar into their first win at the Eke Township Stadium. This is their new home. Vandrezzer FC are the new team that will call this ground home. Probably not the only team for now, but at least they can say this is their home ground.
The Lions.
Tunde Ibrahim, in your picture, the match winner. What a shot! A goal, and I will say time and time again, a goal worth 1 million naira in new notes. Put that in parentheses. Look at that shot. That is MPFL quality. That is CAF Champions League quality. That is Tunde Ibrahim quality. And I don't know who's in charge of this team, but he has to make him the MVP for Vandrezzer FC going forward. Nayambele will adore him. The team manager will adore him. His teammates will adore him. Vandrezzer FC will adore him. That's a match winner anytime, any day.
That's a match winner anytime. Look at the cross there, and look at the fact that he still got the ball in touch, and he shoots.
This is amazing.
Almost from
this is
an
unbelievable
impossible angle. He finds the top corner of the net. Now, goals like this reminds you of greatness. Goals like this reminds you.
I think he did a Xavier Isaac.
Yeah, more or less.
That's a Xavier Isaac.
Goals like this count, and it rings from time and time immemorial. It always rings in your head. That would be the first of many for him, if you ask me. That should be the first of many to come from Vandrezzer FC. And you can see, hugs and smiles. You can see him wheeling away when he scored that particular one.
Look at Henry. Look at Henry.
So it's a whole lot to do. The media team have a whole lot to put on today. For the fans that couldn't watch this game today, and it's actually the 7th game for Vandrezzer FC and the very first win in over 6 matches. Help me run down the feature that they played so far in there.
Nordic Academy, FC One Rockets, Ibom Youth, Dakara FC, Sinoshaw, and Rovers FC.
And finally, we have here the Giant
I think the only win came again.
Nordic
Academy.
They won 3-2.
And I don't think you really want to put Nordic Academy in the classes of Ibom Youth and, of course, One Rocket and the other team that Vandrezzer played.
Yeah, because most of these teams are playing their training in the NNL.
Yeah, this is the first victory against an NNL team before the season resumes. And this should be the fixture before the last fixture.
Right.
So, whatever happens after this, they have called themselves a big win here.
Well, I think we can categorically say that this is actually the last fixture, because we might see loads and loads of more to come. We still have a time before the season kicks off. So hopefully we'll always be here to keep you updated about the fixtures that we have coming up.
But for now, it's the headline that will be in the names of one man, Tunde Ibrahim, an 88-minute strike from almost out of nothing. A rebound from a free kick that didn't go well. He picked it up and reconverted it into the goal that stood so many off their feet. It's the goal that's the biggest goal of the preseason so far in the NNL. Vandrezzer FC will headline this fixture forever, at least for now. They are unbeaten in 5 against Giant Bayless. We will end here at the Eke Township Stadium. Vandrezzer FC won, Giant Billers nil.
It's been so far entertaining, and I think I had fun. Hopefully, we do this more often.
Of
More
course,
time.
and I think we have to seek more goals like this over and over again, because this kind of goal is worth 3 goals. Worth 3 goals. Worth 3 goals. But fantastic. You said you want to enjoy your time more and more here. I think if we get to see Tunde play more games, we should enjoy our time.
Yeah, obviously AJ. I think it was good to see not just Tunde, everybody manning up and taking this thing up. They would always have a good time commenting here and making sure that every one of us watching at home in our phones or wherever we are would have fun.
Vandrezzer FC for the first time. Now a win at the AK Champions Stadium. Good night from here at this fantastic facility. Enjoy the win. Enjoy Vandrezzer's win. I'm AJ. I did this with Bob Paul. It was fantastic doing this. I loved the goal so much. I hope you did. We're done and dusted. VFC 1, Giant Billers nil.
So you're 91. That's right. Just second now. Second or third. Man, you're second or third. Now we're beating Newcastle. Now we're beating Newcastle. And Gumaresh not even play same. Who? Gumaresh. So now Joe Linton and Longstaff go they made him. Rashford. Which kind of that boy job? Thank God I've been sell. What's this guy name? And
it made me say I give the Tottenham back.
I give Rashford and back. I don't change them since. I don't change them since. Where is food? I want that.
Ginger. See all these fine ladies right on sports. You don't see it.